going to do 1, 2, 3. I want to do 5 of them. So this is page 3 and 4 of your notes that says substitution elimination. The first 2 were substitution. We did that yesterday. And then here's elimination. When we solve by using elimination, guys, what you're trying to do is get 2 coefficients to be exact opposites. You can eliminate x's or y's. It doesn't matter. Some people always like to do x's. Some people like to look at the equation and see what would be the easiest to do. However you want to do it is up to you. The most important thing is at the end that you check your answer. So let's look at number 1. Which variable would be the easiest to eliminate, the way that this is set up? The x's, yes? Because you have a -4 and a +4. So all you do is combine down. -4 and +4 cancel out. -2y and a +8y is 6y equals -12 and -24 is -36. Divide both sides by 6 and you get y equals -6. Everybody with me? Now you take that and you plug it into one of the originals. It doesn't matter which one. You can do the top one or the bottom one. I'm going to do the top just because. I have -4x minus 2 times -6 equals -12. So -4x plus 12 equals -12. Agreed? Minus 12 from both sides. You get -4x equals -24. Divide both sides by -4, and you get x equals -6. How would I write my answer as an ordered pair? What is it? -6, -6. And what should I do before I move on? Just mentally check it. If I plug a -6 in the top one, -4 times -6 is 24. Then I have minus a -6. I'm sorry. Then I have minus 2 times -6 gives me +12. Does 24 plus 12 equal -12? Hold on a second. Just answer my question. Does 24 plus 12 equal -12? No. So what did you guys just learn from this? I did this on purpose. What did you just learn from this? Not that it's wrong. But do you see how you can come out with an answer that looks correct, but if you don't check it, guys, you may not get the problem right. I made a mistake somewhere. Where is it?
X is supposed to be +6. You divide by +4. 24?
Yeah, it should be negative.
Yes. Right here, right? Right here. Do you guys see this? This should be negative, correct? So when I divide a negative by negative, it should be a positive. I 1000% just did that on purpose. Many of you will make a mistake like that. It makes a major, major difference. But a lot of you would have just gotten, oh, I got -6, -6. They're whole numbers. It's fine. It should work. You have to go back and check your work. A tiny mistake will make a huge difference. Does everyone understand? All right? I did that on purpose. I promise. Raul caught it because he was paying attention. Melanie caught it because he was paying attention. A lot of you don't pay that close of attention, and you really need to. So stay on top of stuff like that. Let's look at 3. What would be the easiest thing to eliminate? How come y's? Because the y's are already set up to cancel each other out. If you wanted to eliminate the x's, what would you have to multiply the top equation by? What kind of 2?
Negative.
It'd have to be negative because you want the coefficients to be exact opposites. If I just multiplied by 2 and I added down, 2 plus 2 would be 4. It wouldn't cancel out. Melanie, if we wanted to make the x's cancel out, what would I have to multiply the top equation by?
Oh, 2.
No. No. What is 2x plus 2x?
Oh, 2x squared.
No. 2x plus 2x is 4x.
Oh.
If I want them to cancel out, it would have to be -2 because a -2 and a +2 would cancel out. You guys have to have exact opposites. But you don't. Obviously, the easiest thing to do would be to cancel out the y's because you have a positive y and a negative y. Because when you add down, 1x plus 2x is 3x. A negative y and a positive y cancels out. 11 plus 19 is what? 30. Now what do I do? Divide both sides by 3. I get x equals how much? 10. Now plug it back in. I'm going to plug it in the top one because that looks easy. 10 minus y equals 11. Minus 10 from both sides. You get negative y equals what? 1. So what does y equal? Negative 1. Guys, again, there's an easy place to make a mistake there. Easy place to make a mistake. You don't remember to divide by the negative 1. You tell me y equals 1. That's not the correct answer. How would I write my ordered pair? 10, comma, negative 1. Now take a second to make sure there's no mistakes made. Plug it into the top one. 10 minus a negative 1. Does that give me 11? Yes. Bottom one. 10 times 2 is 20 plus a negative 1. Does that give me 19? Yes. So you're good to go. Take the extra second to check. Some of these numbers are big. That's okay. Yes, sir. Question was, when it says to graph, do you have to get it in y equals mx plus b first? Yes, you do. Guys, let's look at number 5. I wasn't going to do 5, but I am now. Some of you would go through here and just cross off the 9s because you're not paying attention. Right? I understand you'd want the 9s to cancel out, but what do I have to multiply one of these equations by to get the 9s to cancel out? Not a positive one. You'd have to multiply it by a negative one. It doesn't matter which one you do. I'm just going to do the top one. When you do that, guys, you have to multiply everything on both sides of the equal sign. So this becomes a positive 2x. This becomes a positive 9y. And this becomes a positive 25. Once you do that, this equation is gone. You don't have to worry about it anymore for the purposes of solving. Now, we're going to add down. Negative 4x and 2x is negative 2x. My 9's cancel. What's a negative 23 and a positive 25?
2.
Positive 2, right? So when we divide both sides by negative 2, what is my x value? Negative 1. Make sure you pay attention to the negatives. Now I'm going to take this negative 1, I'm going to plug it right back in here. So I have negative 4 times negative 1 minus 9y equals negative 23. Negative and a negative is a positive, so 4 minus 9y equals negative 23. Subtract 4 from both sides. You get negative 9y equals negative 27, correct? Divide by negative 9. Y equals what? Negative divided by negative is a? Positive 3. So how would you write your ordered pair? Negative 1, comma 3. And what should I do with negative 1, comma 3? Plug it back into the original. So I have negative 1 for an x value. What's negative 2 times negative 1? 2. Right? Minus 9 times 3. What's 2 minus 27? Negative 25. Plug it into the bottom one. Negative 4 times negative 1 is 4. Minus 9 times 3. What's 4 minus 27? Negative 23. So we're good. Questions? Everybody all right? All right, let's go to something like number 9. Is this already set up super easy that I can just cross out an x or a y? No. Do I have coefficients that are similar that I could multiply by something to get something to cancel out? If I wanted to cancel out the x's, what would I multiply one of the equations by? Negative 2. If I wanted to cancel out a y, what would I multiply both the equations by? Positive 7. Either way you want to do it, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go with x, just because. So I'm going to say here, here, and here. What's negative 2 times 5? Negative 10, x. Negative 2 times y is negative 2y. And negative 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. Agreed? Okay. So 10x and negative 10x cancel out. I have negative 9y equals negative 36. Divide both sides by negative 9. And what does my y value equal? 4. Now I'm going to take 10x minus 7 times 4 equals negative 18 and solve. 10x minus 28 equals negative 18. Add 28 to both sides. 10x equals what? 10. Divide both sides by 10, and x equals 1. So I have 1 comma 4, and I go back and check. What's 5 times 1? 5 plus 4, 9. Works. 10 times 1 is 10, minus 7 times 4 is 28, equals negative 18. Works. Takes 2 seconds to check. Yep. All right, we're running out of time here. There's 2 more I wanted to do. Let's do 17 real quick. This isn't a pretty one. Figure out what variable you want to get rid of. X or Y. It doesn't matter. Pick one of them. Does not matter. Okay, X. What's a common number between 7 and 4? 28, okay. I want one to be negative and one to be positive. So I'm going to have to multiply 1 by 4, the top one by 4, and the bottom one by 7. One of those has to be negative, though, because we need the signs to be different. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to make the top one negative. Okay? So we're going to have negative 4 times negative 7 is positive 28x. Negative 4 times negative 8 is positive 32y. Negative 4 times negative 9, positive 9, I'm sorry, is negative 36. Agreed? Okay, so 7 times negative 4 is negative 28x. 7 times 9 is, come on, 7 times 9? 63, good. Equals, what is 7 times negative 22? Is it? Negative 154, okay. So what's 32 plus 63? 95. And then what's negative 36 and a 154? Negative.
190.
Negative 190, okay. Divide both sides by 95. What's your answer? 190 divided by, negative 190 divided by 95? Negative 2. Tiny little number, no worries. Now you take that negative 2 and you plug it into either equation to solve for x. I'm going to put it in the bottom one because 4 is smaller. Negative 4x plus 9 times negative 2 equals negative 22. Negative 4x minus 18 equals negative 22. Add 18 to both sides. Negative 4x equals what? Negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 4. And what does x equal? 1. What's your ordered pair? 1 comma negative 2. And what should you do? Plug it in. Plug in 1. Negative 7 times 1 is negative 7 plus 16. That gives me 9. Negative 4 minus 18 gives me negative 22. And then you're good. All right, let's go to 22. Did I say 22? Okay. Let's look at 22. What do we want to cancel out? You want to cancel out? Okay. You want to do y's? All right, the numbers are going to get big if you do y's, which is fine. Can we do x since just 2 times 5 is 10? Okay. So let's multiply. One's positive already, one's negative. So let's just multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by 2. So I have 5 times 2 is 10x. 5 times 8 is plus 40y equals 5 times 6 is 30. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10x. 2 times negative 20 is negative 40y. And then 2 times negative 15 is what? Negative 30, right? Okay, so add down. 10x and negative 10x is 0. 40 and a negative 40 is 0. Equals 30 minus 30 is 0. What does that mean? What does that mean when they all cancel? Means this, okay, it means they're the same thing. I like that you said that, Nino. So if I graphed this, here's one line, and then I'm going to graph the other one. What does that mean when they're the same thing? When everything cancels out on both sides, when one line is on top of the other one, what does that mean? Infinite. Very good, guys. Infinite many. Now, you will, on your test review, you're going to have fractions and decimals and stuff, but you'll also have cases where everything cancels out and it becomes infinite many. Or, what would happen if I came out with 0 equals 7? There's no solution there. Is that a true statement? No. So your answer would be no solution. So notice those two special cases. When everything cancels out on both sides, it's called infinite many solutions. When you come out to an untrue statement like 0 equals another number, you have no solution. We have a little bit of time, so I want to go through this last one on 24. The reason I want to do 24, why does 24 look a little different? Are they in the right order? It has to go X's, Y's, equal sign, constant. Yeah, that's you. Give me a second. It has to go X's, Y's, equal sign, constant. I'll work this one out, and then I'll post this video. All right, so we need to get our equation to read X, Y equals, and then the number. So this first one, I'm going to move 3 over to this side. So when I do that, it becomes -3. So I have 2x minus y equals -3. And the second equation, I need to move -3 to the other side, so it's going to become positive. And 10x needs to move this side, so it's going to become negative. So you have -10x minus 7y equals +3. Now, we have to use elimination. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 5, so I'll get the x's to cancel out. So everything needs to be multiplied by 5. 5 times 2 is 10x. 5 times -y is -5y. And then 5 times -3 is -15. So when we use elimination, -10 and +10 is 0. -7 and a -5 is a -12y. Equals 3 minus 15 is going to give me a -12. Divide both sides by -12 and you get y equals +1. Now take that y equals 1, plug it into either equation and find out what x equals. So I'm going to say, okay, -3 minus 7 times 1 equals 10x. -3 minus 7 is -10 equals 10x. Divide both sides by 10, and you get x equals -1. So my ordered pair would be -1, comma 1. And I'm going to go back real quick and check. So I had -1 for my x value. 3 plus 2 times -1 is -2 minus 1. So 3 minus 2 minus 1 is 0, yes. Then in the bottom one, I have -3 minus 7 gives me -10. And then on the other side, when I multiply 10 times -1, I get -10. So that works. Any questions you guys have on any of the elimination ones, go ahead and bring to me tomorrow in class, and we will go over it.